every time. God damn, belt to ass every time we play the damn Broncos. Belt to freaking ass. Damn! Jerry, you ain't tired of watching the defense look the way the defense is looking every single week? Ooh, I'm not just going to go in on the defense this time. This, my friends, this is going to be the first time I'm critical of QB1 this week as well, even though the game was out of reach. Real talk, I have to spread the blame in this one because, hey, man, nobody had a good game in this one outside of maybe 3 or 4 guys. And I'm going to get to those dudes, but let's just go down the list. The drought continues. Cowboys ass whooped by the Broncos again. Man, shut your up. Now look, y'all, at the time of me making this video, the score was 44-24. And I'm going to be honest, I tried to wait until the game's completely over, but there's no point. There's no point, right? Unless that we somehow collect all the Dragon Balls and make a wish with Shenron that we could come back into this damn game somehow and our entire defense can get a facelift. There's no reason to wait. We got our asses busted again. And silly me, I thought that somehow the defense had finally gotten away from allowing any and every quarterback that played against them to look like prime Joe Montana, prime Tom Brady, prime Patrick Mahomes. But every quarterback is looking like a gold jacket quarterback against us, bro. And at this point, it don't matter what secondary we got back there. It don't matter if Trevon Diggs, one-legged ass, is back there. It don't matter if Deron Bland is back there. It don't matter if we brung in prime Ed Reed in that mug. I think the scheme is broken. Way too many wide open receivers. Way too many wide open receivers. The defense, they started off with a takeaway. Then we went down the field pretty damn easily. Got all the way down to like the 2-yard line. And boom, one of the first of many pre-snap or procedural penalties for the Dallas Cowboys. Take it back 5 yards, y'all. What do you think happened? 3 points. What do you think happened on the subsequent possession for the Broncos? 7 points. Damn easy, by the way, after another penalty extended that drive, bro. Hey, man. The Cowboys, unless something happens drastic with this defense, the Cowboys are likely going to end up being at 8-1, 9-7-1, whatever the hell the math adds up into. They're going to be a somewhere around 500 team because this defense, at a time where I finally thought they were trying to figure it out, bro, this defense figures out a way how to let every quarterback either get paid against them or become a superstar against them. It don't matter, bro. People making names. If you want to make a name for yourself in the NFL, line up against the Dallas Cowboys defense because you will make it happen. And I got to be real. This is the first game. Brian Schottenheimer, very bad game for you, my man, from a game management standpoint, from a play calling standpoint, from a decision-making standpoint. Shotty did not have a good game. I'm very interested to see what the post-game interviews are going to be like and what's everyone saying and what's going to be the answers. I don't want to hear a damn thing about no more communication about the defense and, oh, we need to get our signals. I don't want to hear no more else about that, bro. The only communication I want to hear about defense is telling them motherfuckers when to catch the Greyhound out of Dallas. Because 95% of our defensive players have no business being on the field right now. This ain't even a preseason defense. Forget playoff. Forget regular season. This ain't a preseason defense, bro. None of these guys, Kenny Clark, Osa at times, and Deron Bland, by virtue of we just gave him a contract. Same thing with Osa too, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's a couple of guys, maybe 4 or 5 guys, DeMarvion Overshown, 4 or 5 guys for sure. You like, hey, we can build with these guys. The rest of them, man, everybody's job should be up for competition, bro. As far as I'm concerned, The defense needs to completely start. The defensive back room has to be completely rebuilt. And don't even get me started on Kyer Elam-ass. I thought Trevon Diggs snuck back off the injured reserve or something. He was giving me PTSD the way he was out there trying to avoid tackles. That man was trying to avoid tackles like the ball carrier had AIDS or something. What the hell's wrong? Bro, Kyer, that was some terrible run support, my brother. Terrible run support, terrible coverage, terrible all around. But the moments where they had those big runs to the outside on the tosses and stuff, bro. Kyer, you were in position to stop those multiple times, bro. Multiple times. And your ass was out there pretending to get blocked so you ain't have to tackle. Trevon Diggs has infected our DB room. All of them don't want to tackle now. All of them. Outside of DB, all of them want to tackle right now. Oh, good game by Traquez Bridges, even though he started getting burnt at different times, but at least he got the interception, right? I guess, bro. That y'all niggas trash. DaRon Bland is not sticky enough and enough of a shutdown guy to be your number one corner, bro. I ain't going hard on DB or nothing like that, but he's not someone that's going to take away the other team's best receiver. He's not someone who's going to take away one side of the field. He's not someone that if the opposing team is throwing to his side of the field, he has more of a chance to make a play than the receiver does. He's not that type of corner. He makes plays, and every now and then he is going to get that splash play in there. He will get that pick six every now and then, bro. But DaRon Bland is not a shutdown or takeaway corner, bro. He's not. And by takeaway, I mean take away your best guy on the field. He's not one of those guys. So this entire defense needs to be rebuilt. This coaching staff. Hey, Aaron White, bring. Aaron White Cotton. What your play calling book look like? I know you got a little black book that you've been writing up play calls in. Man, what your play calling black book look like? Because at this point, bro, man, ain't no reason to keep this experiment going, Matt Eberflus, bro. Y'all had the whole summer. It's not like he was a late hire. It's not like he didn't know he was going to be the coach of this team. Y'all had the whole offseason, the whole summer, all of training camp to figure out all this communication and all that BS, bro, or to figure out if these guys that you have on this team can do what you want them to do in this scheme. And how did we get to this point to have a historically bad defense before we figured out, they can't do it? How did we get to this point? The offense, like I said, the play call, everything about the offense was pretty damn bad. I'm not going to lie to y'all. The only guys that had a decent game for the offense, I would probably say is Javonte Williams because he had our 2 touchdowns and kind of still enforcing that physical play style. And the receivers, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens were fine. They were fine. The offensive line didn't give your quarterback time. They didn't give your quarterback room to be able to step up into the pocket to really be able to make a play. And Dak had his worst game of the season by far. Unless the Cowboys go on some crazy streak now, all that MVP talk stuff, the Denver Broncos just effectively smashed that one, y'all. I'm sorry. I know. I want it to happen too, but it just got smashed. 19 of 31, 188, 2 interceptions, 61 completion percentage, a 51.5 quarterback rating, y'all. 51.5, 6.1 yards per attempt. Denver completely locked this thing down. And I got to, before I start getting into some of the other stuff I want to talk about, I got to stop. Give Denver credit. I said this. Go back and watch my game preview. And I said everything that I said that we couldn't allow to happen if we wanted to have a chance to win this game happened. I told y'all Vance Joseph and his red-hot defense, he was going to get exotic with his pressures, how he was going to bring the pressure, dropping guys back into coverage even though they were showing blitz, all kind of stuff. Guys were going to have to be on their point with their hot reads and stuff like that. I told y'all. Everything I told y'all that we didn't need to happen pretty much happened. Now, Denver, very legitimate defense. I thought before the season that they were going to have one of the best defenses because they had one of the best defenses last year and they didn't do anything but add more guys to that. So I knew their defense was going to get salty at some point. I think their defense made a hell of a statement today against one of the best offenses in the league. The defense is very, very good. Sean Payton is a Super Bowl winning caliber head coach. He absolutely is one of the better head coaches in the league, one of the better football minds in the league. And they look every bit of that against Dallas today. Sean Payton made Brian Schottenheimer and his team look like the first-year head coaches in the brand-new ragtag group of coaches that they are. And not ragtag as in they suck or anything, but ragtag as in nobody knew who these people were, right? They're all still trying to make names for themselves. And everyone got outclassed from a coaching standpoint, from a game plan standpoint, from a physicality standpoint on the play in the trenches. The offensive line got their ass beat. The offensive tackles was getting beat like they owed somebody some damn money, bro. They were getting beat like they owed the mafia some money. Like they were Terry Rozier's bookie or something. They owed the mafia some money. They was getting that ass busted. I mean, busted. So it was ugly. It was ugly for Dak. And I got to say this. And I got to criticize QB1. And as much as y'all know I love Dak, and this doesn't change my support of my quarterback, this is just me being real with what I know is a problem for my quarterback. Yes, the game felt like it was pretty much over. Hell, by the time he threw the first interception, the game felt like it was pretty much about to be over. But that second one, 100%, was the nail in the coffin for the game. And if I have to say anything about Dak Prescott, what is this? And make no mistake about it, his offensive line let him down today. His offensive line did not play well enough to allow pretty much any quarterback, maybe outside of someone that's uber athletic and is going to use their legs more than they throw the ball anyways, like Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or somebody. Maybe outside of any of those guys, no quarterback would have been able to really operate in this environment. But what I have to call out about my guy and what I want to see improve, especially off of this game, and maybe with a new head coach and Brian Schottenheimer sitting his ass down halfway through the fourth quarter, not allowing him to continue doing what he was doing. You know, maybe Dak has to be able to understand, like, hey, I can't get into a mode where I feel like I need to do everything. Because once he starts feeling like he needs to do everything, that's when you see Dak Prescott start making mistakes. That's when you see the interception start coming. That's when you see him start pressing and making the throw down the field when you only need about 8-9 yards to put your field goal kicker in field goal position and allow you a chance to maybe bring it down to a less than 2-score game, and then you're getting the ball back at half, so maybe you score a touchdown. Maybe it's a one-possession game then, right? Complete swing right there. You throw the ball down the field to Jake Ferguson, interception. Don't get a chance to score at all, so now you come back out into the second half, and we know how the game played out after that. Now, I'm not saying that interception lost us the game by any means. That's not the case at all. In fact, it was quite harmless. It lost us effectively 3 points. I don't know if y'all do math well, but 3 points wouldn't have made a damn difference in 44-24 at the end of this damn game. It wouldn't have made a difference, right? But I have to say, bruh, Dak, you got to stop pressing, bro. I would rather see you continue to play smart football and within the frame of the offense, I would rather see you do that than start pressing and making throws or to make errant throws or to speed up your clock too much. And I know why your clock was speed. You was getting toe up, bro. You need an ice bath after this game. Again, I'm not in any way blaming this loss on QB1 because it's not. We lost this game in the trenches before we even get to the quarterback. The offensive line was beat. The offensive line was beat by the time this game started, right? After that first drive, it really showed up. The offensive line was beat. Denver's pass rush, their everything about their line just completely dominated ours. And that made it a very, very difficult day. And anytime your quarterback is getting pressured on more than half of their dropbacks, what are we talking about? What are we talking about right there? So obviously the clock's going to get sped up. Obviously he's going to start pressing. Your defense is giving up scores every time they get on the field. Obviously you're going to start pressing. But I would rather him go into a super safe conservative mode, take what the defense is giving me mode, and just end the game with us getting our ass busted without you having these turnovers right here because it distracts from the actual issues of the team. It changes the conversations about the actual issues of the team, even though everybody that's watching this game understood it all started and ended with the defense. That does have a propensity to when the game gets out of hand like this and teams are able to get constant pressure on him and the defense isn't helping him out and he has to do everything, he's going to press and those turnovers come. So, man, QB1, we got to clean that up, bro. We got to clean that up. But as far as everything else goes, bro, this was not humbling because I don't think anybody needed humbling. I don't think that anybody was riding a high horse or any of that stuff, and I'm not going to sit here and blow completely up. I'm not going to do that, bro, because we still in this thing. With the way this season is looked, with the way the rest of the schedule plays out, with the teams that are in front of us and the standards and everything else like that, the games we have left to play, we're still in this. A lot of moves have to be made. We're going to have to discuss that on a separate video, bro. A lot of moves are going to have to be made, and by a lot, I don't mean 18 trades. I am thinking maybe 1 or 2 trades on the defense. Maybe bring a veteran in that may be familiar with some of the stuff that you're trying to do. Maybe bring a Stephon. Why haven't we called Gilly? I don't care how old Gilly is. He has to know how to cover better than the guys that's out there right now. Bring Gilly and Eric Kendricks in here. Make a couple of trades, and then allow this defense to get better just by playing a more safe and sound, fundamentally sound version of football. Forget trying to get these guys to be playmakers and generate turn. Because, bro, we don't have the dogs. Jerry, you ain't getting tired of watching this, bro. Jerry, you ain't getting tired of watching this. We got to do something. I don't know if I can survive watching 9 or 10 more games of this. This is tough. This defense, bro, this defense is very, very painful to watch in a very serious way, man. It's painful. But either way, bro, Broncos took us to town. 44-24, 3-4-1 Cowboys now. And it is definitely going to be some uphill sledding, y'all. It's uphill sledding. And at this point, I'll be real with y'all, no game is guaranteed. No game is guaranteed when your defense looks like this and your defense is capable of looking like this any given week. No game is guaranteed. And before we end this off, that shit really pissed me off. Y'all doing all that celebrating and jumping around and jubilation and shit. Hey, Joe Milton, I get you excited you came in the game and threw yourself a touchdown, bro. But, hey, man, a little bit of awareness. Read the damn room, bro. The score was 44-23 when you did that, bro. And you want to run to the sideline and jump around and think everybody's ready. Nah, don't be celebrating when we getting our asses blown out, bro. I don't care who on the team. I'm going to call that shit out every time. I don't want to see my team celebrating and talking smack and talking trash to other teams when you're getting your ass busted and we are literally in trash time. I don't want to see that shit, bro. That's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to yourself. Act like you've been there, bro. Act like you've been there. We saw that you threw the touchdown. We saw that you threw the touchdown, bro. But act like y'all been there, man. Hey, this team, bro. Dak, we need more from you. I don't want to see the corny stuff from the team celebrating. I don't care what kind of score y'all had. I don't care if Dak would have thrown. I don't want to see no celebrating when we down 20 points with 5 minutes left, 6 minutes left. I don't want to see that, bro. And not 20, 27 points with 5-6 minutes left. I don't want to see that, bro. I don't want to see that. The defense, I don't know what the hell to say about the defense at this point. Hey, man, somebody might need to tip the alphabet agency out and tell them that, man, I heard Matt Eberflus was playing poker in his basement. And he had some x-ray machines under that mud. I heard that. Now, I just heard it through the grapevine. I can't verify the source. I heard it, FBI. I heard it. Because what the hell, bro? What the hell? Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Y'all already know, about this time of the season, we got to change that mud back, man. We stink. Them same old Cowboys, bro. Right now, at least. Right now, we them same old Cowboys with a little twist, with a little hint of hope of being different. But as it pertains to the results, same old Cowboys.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still the ball? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still them boys.